No score, John Olerud.
And Olerud hits one.
Oh, the wake-up bomb. His 6th milk of the year. Mets up 1-0.
Third base. You don't need a close play right now when you're trailing by 1 run in the ninth.
And you get thrown out with Olerud and Hundley, and you've got a lot of questions to answer. And the drive to deep right field. Walker to the wall. Mets a gunner. Mets win. Mets win. John Olerud with a 2-run homer. The Mets have won it 4-3.
And look at that team down by home plate. Well now,
The Mets win 3 out of 4 from the Rockies. That's why you don't go to third base.
That's right. How about a money man with a bat in his hand? John Olerud. What an acquisition. Once again, he goes deep in a clutch situation, and the Mets have won the ball game. And the ball club went nuts at home plate, waiting for John Olerud to tag them all.
Somewhere, either in that dugout or in the Met locker room, Armando Reynoso is doing a dance of relief because that was a ball game he did not deserve to lose. But he stood to lose it until Olerud delivered off of Jeff McCurry, who you might say was auditioning for the closer role with Colorado. Rough and ineffective yesterday. It was Reed's homer that broke up the no-hitter. John Olerud, you know, he's not here for his power, although they tried to make him into more of a home run hitter in Toronto, but right there, he turns, and the Mets win.
He's out Francisco Cordova. Chris Peters is the new pitcher. John Olerud says they're all meat to me. Since they left him alone, he has turned back into the hitter he was in 1993. Cordova has also left the building in a hurry.
But again, the starter lead, pinch hit for so early in the game. John Olerud, solo shot to center off Darryl Kyle. It's 5-4. Top 7, 9-4.
One in the last 10 minutes. John Olerud hits one deep to right field. You can forget it. Off the scoreboard, and did he love that one? Not Cito, but John Olerud, who delivers the message to Gaston. It's 1-0, New York. Well, he pulled that one just like Cito wanted once upon a time. And for Olerud, number 17 is 79th RBI. Maybe as tasty as any that he's had this year.
Working the Expos bullpen, and here's a drive down the right field line. Is it fair or foul? It hit the screen. It's a home run for John Olerud. 6-1 New York, back-to-back home runs. Alfonso and Olerud in the Big Apple. Now that ball was crushed. You kind of thought that the ball that Alfonso had, Henry Rodriguez, might have gotten a chance to catch up with it as it drifted out over the left field wall. But this was a bomb. This ball hits the screen, the right field foul pole.
Olerud batting with one on. Busts out the whooping stick on Francisco Cordova. His 20th. Mets lead 2-0. Pirates owner Kevin McClatchy on hand. But Mets lead 3-2 in the 6th that way. Next batter, John Olerud with the bases juiced. Bust out the whooping stick. Leaves the yard in a hurry. 3rd grand slam of his career. He tied a career high with 5 RBIs on this night. Kevin McClatchy. His team just one Houston win away from elimination as the Mets
went right to the big leagues out of NC2A baseball. 1-1 home to the former Blue Jay. Hit well to right. Burnett's back. Still going back. This one is gone. Second home run of the season for John Olerud. The first runs given up by Mike Myers this year, and the Mets go back out in front, 6-4 New York.
Well, John Olerud turned on that fastball. You don't see left-handers getting swings against Mike Myers like that one. There's a fastball right down the middle. John Olerud has not put up the big power numbers the last couple of years, but certainly laid into that one. Fastball out over the plate. Look at the extension on Olerud and drives it out of the ballpark. That was a line drive.
That is the sweetest swing this side of Will Clark.
Bayerga, Bohannon, and a nice play with that first by Bayerga.
And Harold, a good sign for the Mets was to get their offense going with Alfonso back to see John Olerud really swinging the bat well. Shot to left field.
And Olerud hits it deep to right field. Lewis to the warning track. That's a gunner. Back-to-back home runs. Castillo and now Olerud. 3-0 Mets. And up until this game, Olerud has struggled against Martinez in the past. He now has a single and a home run. Martinez not throwing the ball by the hitters. We talked about the viral infection he had earlier in the year. He lost a lot of weight, and he didn't have good mustard in that fastball, and Olerud turned on it. So 3-0 the Mets.
Here, 2 in the last 2 nights.
2-0 on Olerud. He drives the ball deep right field, and that ball is long gone. So John Olerud is welcomed home by Woody Williams.
Well, one of the reasons John Olerud is now a New York Met and no longer a Toronto Blue Jay is because the Blue Jays wanted him to do a little bit more of what he just did. Problem is, when he started to try to pull the ball and hit it out of the ballpark, his batting average suffered and the Blue Jays became disenchanted. This pitch was down around knee high as opposed to some high fastballs that Williams had thrown earlier in the game. And Olerud turned
Todd
up.
Hundley, one of many the Mets have employed this year, and they hope he'll stay there the rest of the season. This ball didn't stay in the park. From Carl Pavano to John Olerud, batting second tonight. Got him off to a 1-0 lead.
And John Olerud will bat for the first time as he came in to replace Todd Pratt, who was 0 for 2 with an infield out RBI and a run scored. And there is a long ball. Right out of the chute, Olerud goes deep off Welch. So John Olerud, who did not start this game but came in for defense, has paid huge dividends with a great defensive play, and now a home run in his first at bat. 5-2 New York.
It looks like they're going to try and go away, and Welch just threw this ball right down the middle, down low. Olerud likes the ball down there.
Continues. John Olerud gone. Next batter is John Olerud with a 3-run homer off Andy Ashby, looking for his 15th win on the year. 7-3 the final.
Deep to right field by Olerud. This ball is gone. 2-run homer for John Olerud, and the Mets are leading by a score of 2-0. That's the 6th home run already given up by Walcott, who's only thrown 25 innings this year. And for Olerud, number 16, he now has 73 RBIs. Oh, he mentioned he had that home run stroke during batting practice, and he fouled off a number of pitches from Walcott, and then he crushes one. Walcott, not much on that fastball. He got it out over the plate, and Olerud hammered it. Almost looked like a straight change. And it looked like it could have been out of the strike zone up high. Mike Piazza takes a breaking ball at the knees, 0-1.
Very compact swing and right on top of the off-speed pitch. No doubt about it.
Home run number 16 for Olerud.
That one hit in the air to center field. He got a lot of it. 4-10. Hamilton back at the wall, reaching up, can't get it. Goodbye, home run. John Olerud, a 2-run homer.
So Bobby Valentine allowed Olerud to choose a pitch, and did he ever clock it?
Three home runs in this game off Estacio. A 2-run homer by John Olerud. 17th of the year.
Clapping from the fans. Dodgers have 4-1. Top 7. Scott Radinsky pitching 2-on. John Olerud and into the people. A 3-run shot, his 18th, tied at 4.
A team that is a top contender, a chance at a wild card or a division, or a team that's out of it just playing for next year.
Here's a long one to right field by Olerud, and it's a goner. Olerud connects for his 19th home run, and the Mets go up by a run.
Well, John Olerud's been doing this all year for the Mets. He's the quiet man in the ball club. He's making a run for the batting title. He's got one of the most beautiful swings you'll ever see in baseball. He's already won a batting title in Toronto. He's trying to become only the second man in this century to win a batting title in each league. But Olerud, you make a mistake on him, especially down in the strike zone, and hit it out of the ballpark, and that's what happened right there. Now here's the pitch. See where it is. It's inside, and it's just below the belt. And Olerud just gets the head of the bat out.
3-2, 2 runners on. John Olerud. Off Mike Magnanti and Olerud. A 3-run homer. His 20th of the year. Was 2 for 14 lifetime against Magnanti coming in. Olerud 1 for 1 with 4 RBI. And the Mets dugout fired up about that one. They are up 5-3. Bottom 9 now. Mets up 8-4. But this
Runner at first, Tony Phillips, 2 down. Left center field. Has he done it again? Dunwoody going back at the wall. Oh, mercy. Goodbye home run. They cannot get John Olerud out. He gets a curtain call. John Olerud, 22nd home run, 2-0 Mets.
John is so modest, he's not used to curtain calls. He gave the curtain call as the pitch was on the way then, and Mike Piazza had to take a strike. Mike's probably saying, while you're giving curtain calls, I'm taking strikes. What's going on? Man.
They have gone 24-5 since. And Olerud gives this one a ride, deep to right center. Kotze backs up, and it's off the top of the fence and gone, a home run. It hit above the yellow line, rolled along the top of the wall, and came back in, but it's a home run for Olerud, and it's now 6-2 Florida.
Well, Manti challenged Olerud. He overmatched Alfonso with his fastball, but Olerud getting the head of the bat out there and letting Manti supply the power. He knew it was gone.
Mike Piazza.
It comes to a quick end. 5th inning, also the 5th inning. Mets down 5-2, and a reminder that surf and turf cannot be purchased with entertainment coupons. John Olerud, his 5th. Mets are down 5.
In the Mets big club on Saturday, that'd be the Mets. Top of the first, scoreless, not for long. John Olerud taking Andy Bennis deep to right and no longer in your ballpark. 6th of the year for Olerud. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 1-0.
Phil's top of the first, no score. John Olerud facing Chad O'Jay. And John Olerud has no boundaries. Deep to right, a 2-run shot, his 7th of the season. Mets up 2-0.
than he is a right-hander.
Except here. Driven into deep right field and gone. 4-2 New York. Number 10 for John Olerud gives the Mets a 2-run 8th-inning lead.
One caveat, if the ball is right in here, that down and in area, right here, then John Olerud tries to pull the ball. Watch where the pitch is. Sandwich to right.
One of the big reasons why Jimmy Williams called on this left-hander.
You're off tomorrow.
Fly ball, well hit, deep right field. Tucker takes a look. Cameron heading back. That's a gunner. John Olerud with his 11th home run of the year. The Mets are leading 3-0. Well, Bobby Valentine's going away for 2 days because of his suspension. The Mets are giving him a little going away present, at least here in the first inning. A couple of home runs, one from Olerud, and now, as well as Ricky Henderson, the Mets have a 3-0 lead.
So John Olerud, who's been struggling with the bat, goes down and uppercuts his ball. Hit a towering fly ball, and he knew it was gone. A 2-run dinger, his 11th of the season.
About the 7th inning that it was over, which sometimes you obviously see that in spring training.
Olerud drives it deep to right field. It is way back, and it is gone. Goodbye, home run. John Olerud, a 2-run homer. And the Mets pour it on. Big night for Olerud. That is home run number 12. John Olerud, 3 singles and a 2-run homer in 6 at-bats.
All right, Rick. Nicely done.
Lights may have gone out in Atlanta, but they didn't go out in New York. Not over there. Now it's 10 runs on 13 hits.
And you're right. Young Mr. Spire taking one for the club. You're in there. Hit the last out and get out. Come back tomorrow night. That's what Bobby Cox wants to do.
1-1 to Robin Venturas. 2 down.
Take a look at it again. Where is it? Just middle in. Not much on it. Tailing back out over the plate. Short stroke by John Olerud.
And still chokes up on the bat for control.
I'll qualify that a bit. Olerud's the only Met player to start all 10 of the games between the Mets and the Yankees in interleague play. And you can see the effect of choking up. Swings here. There's the effect. Deep to right field. This is headed for the Mets bullpen. A home run for John Olerud. And it's 2-1 Mets. Number 13 on the season puts the Mets back in the lead by a score of 2-1.
Yeah, you can choke up on the bat, but you'll still have the power. Those nice, quiet hands, quiet head, solid contact. The 11th home run allowed by Clemens this year. That's already more than he allowed all of last year.
Consecutive seasons. Bottom 8, bases loaded. John Olerud. Mets trail 6-1. John Olerud has just left the building. Mets trail 6-5 on the grand slam for Ole. Next batter, Mike Piazza.
At second, Alfonso at first. Maddox still throwing first pitch strikes anyway. 0-1 to John Olerud.
And no matter how the game is shaping up, one thing Maddox will do is he will throw a strike. It's up to the hitter to take advantage of it. Base hit right here breaks the back of Greg Maddox.
And the infield is in. Fly ball, deep right field. Jordan turns around. That's a gunner!
pitcher this year. Well, John Olerud did it, not with a single, but with a home run, a grand slam home run for the Met first baseman.
Just joining us, Edgardo Alfonzo, home run in the first inning solo off Randy Johnson. And Olerud sends one deep to right, back, gone! 3-0 Mets. We showed you that Johnson, batters from the left-hand side hitting against him were barely over 100. We showed you earlier that no lefty had hit a homer off him since Jim Edmonds did it 2 years ago. Olerud single, and now Olerud a home run. This, Ray, was a no-doubter.
Breaking ball, John Olerud actually out in front just a little bit. Bobby Valentine looking at the elevation of that ball, and that'll tell you what happened to it.
Using the entire plate to keep them off balance.
Olerud drills it to deep right, and this one is on its way and gone. There's the breakthrough the Mets have been looking for.
Someone stepping up. Well, John Olerud steps up and puts the Mets ahead.
And that brings the pitching coach, Leo Mazzoni, to the mound.
Well, you're going to watch where this pitch ends up. It's down a little bit, which is where Olerud likes the ball, but it's also in the middle of the plate. Watch the location of the pitch. See where Perez is? Almost in the middle of the plate, and Olerud puts a charge into it. And when two pitchers are
not going, and the 2-1 pitch is hit high and deep to right center field. Jordan back to the track. Gone! John Olerud, who hit a grand slam off Greg Maddux in this ballpark in late September, takes him deep in the first inning with a man aboard in Game 5 for a 2-0 New York lead.
And I'm going to give Ricky Henderson an assist because Greg Maddux normally does not give a lot of concentration to the runner at first base. It was obvious he was giving a little bit of his concentration to Ricky, so he couldn't be given 100% concentration to John Olerud.